Good morning, everyone. So today I get to know what the reading is. It's called Why Did I Go Through That? So yeah, a lot of us, I hear, we've all gone through stuff, and we've, worked hard to move past it and understand it and let it go and etc. And we've done our, we have an understanding of it. I hear we have an understanding of why we went through what we went through. But we still sometimes, ask that question, and we want to know what our spirit team has to say about it. That's what I hear. So I hear put the decks out. I'm going to put these two decks out, and I'm actually going to put this deck out as well. And I don't know which cards I'm going to use. Well, I do know which cards I'm going to use, but just because I put these decks out doesn't mean that that's the deck that I'm going to use for your reading, okay? I'm going to use several cards, but for you to choose what reading you're going to get, I'm using these three decks. So I'm going to open the energy and let you choose. All right, if you haven't chosen yet, please pause the video and do so. But I'm going to start with my pile number ones with whatever deck they guide me to use, okay? So actually, I need to put those back in here. What deck do you want me to use to start pile number one? Is it the blue deck? So it's actually not the blue deck, see? I knew that. Is it the gold deck? No. Okay, it's this deck. Okay, we're gonna start with that. So remember, the question is, why did I go through that? And it's almost why did I have to go through that is what's coming right now, but why did I go through that? Okay, is it both cards? It's one of these cards. Okay, so one just came out with it. It's not that one, it is this one. Okay. Okay, you went through that so that you can share the wisdom you've gained. Okay? You've gained some wisdom from going through whatever it is that you went through, my pal number ones. And that's why you went through it. You were meant to share the wisdom that you've gained by going through whatever you went through. All right, now I'm going to use the, is it the blue cards or the gold cards? I heard the gold cards. Yeah, I just want to affirm because, you guys picked the blue cards. So I think. Anyways, I've already forgotten what order those cards were in. All right, the gold cards have something to say. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, you went through whatever you went through so that you could learn and understand the emotions of grief, so that you could understand the emotions that come with loss, that come with loss, and so that you could understand the emotions that go with grief, grieving a loss, so that you could come to understand that. Yeah, 100%. So you could come to understand. Sorry, I need to take some deep breaths when the energy is heavy like this, so that you can understand the emotions that go along, that come when you feel loss, when you experience loss, and come to a place of being ready to let them go. Okay? Coming to a place where you understand them and you accept them and you allow them and you experience them and you experience the grief that comes with loss so that you can move forward from it. So coming to a place of understanding, not to block it, not to deny it, not to reject it, all of those emotions that you feel when you experience loss and when you're going through a grieving process, so that you can move forward from it eventually. It's about flow. You understand how, you have to let it flow through you. And if you don't, you get stuck. So you went through whatever you went through so that you could understand that, and so that you could share the wisdom. I hear it's the blue cards now. So, all right, what do the blue cards want to say? Okay, is it both cards? Yes. So, yeah, okay. So you went through that loss, I'm assuming, so that you could understand all of that, and so that you could understand how to build a foundation by going within. That's what these two cards together, because they came together. So that you could understand how to build a foundation in this physical world, a strong, stable foundation, okay? Emotional, how understanding your emotions and allowing your emotions and letting your emotions move through and shining light on the darkest of emotions. Okay, that's what this card is doing, is shining light on it, right? You can see the light is shining. It's okay for this card to be in reverse. I heard, I asked at the beginning, because it's shining light up at it from both directions. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you needed to learn this in order to build a strong, stable foundation for yourself in this physical world, and in order to achieve fulfillment in this physical material world by going within, because this is the Hermit card, okay? So this 4 is about building the strong foundation and allowing the path, right? Allowing the path of allowing emotions, because in the spirit world we don't have the same emotions. In the physical world we have these emotions, right? We need to allow them in order to get past them, and in order to move forward from them. It's not that we're denying or rejecting them. We need to feel them, experience them, allow them to be, so that we can move forward from them eventually when we fully experience them. We came here into the physical world to experience things, and to experience all things, and all things include loss, right? So this is, you've built a strong foundation in the physical material world by going through this. You had to go through this to build this strong foundation, and to learn how to go within, to understand how this all works here in the physical world, so that you can achieve fulfillment here in the physical world. That's what they're saying. Okay, now it's another gold card. So, yeah. And so that you can share this wisdom of how to build this foundation, and how to go within to achieve this fulfillment in the physical world, and how to manage the physical world, how to manage our emotions and our yeah, here we go. How to manage all of that in the physical world, right? And it was for you to become the emperor that you are. So this is the King of Swords and the Emperor. Okay, the King of Swords, this is the swords is mental. It's on the mental realm. So this is clarity, bringing you clarity, right? Seeing the big picture, understanding loss and the emotions that come with it, and being able to shine the light on it, and doing these things, and then becoming the king of clarity, really, is what the King of Swords is. Becoming the king of understanding is what I am hearing here. And that's what the Emperor, he has this wisdom, he has this authority that comes from experience, right? He doesn't have this authority that's just been granted to him. It comes from experience. So you've gained this authority over yourself, over your life, right? That comes from your experience and your understanding of it, and your understanding of how these emotions work, and how to allow them and then move forward from them, and how to create stability in the physical world, and fulfillment in the physical world, in tandem with having these emotions, right? So this has brought you to a place of being the King of Swords and the Emperor. So of having the understanding and the clarity and the experience and the wisdom that comes from all of this experience, the wisdom, right? So that you can share your wisdom. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? He's the king of wisdom. The Emperor is the emperor of wisdom and authority, and authority that comes from experience, comes from wisdom. Wisdom, knowledge that comes from experience is wisdom, right? Understanding that comes from experience is wisdom. So this was all for you to gather this wisdom and share it, okay? So it's time for you to share it, is what I'm hearing. You went through this, all of this, you went through all of this so that you could share this wisdom with others. So that's what they have for you, my pile number ones. Go and share your wisdom in some way. Doesn't matter how. Doesn't matter how big or small you do it, but share it. Okay? That's what you're here to do. That's why you went through all of it. All right. That's my reading for you guys. You guys go have a great day. Bye-bye. All right. Pile number 2. I get an idea of how these readings are going to go when I do the first one, so I'm just going to go for it and do it. So we're going to start. The first card is going to be one of these cards, and it's going to set the tone for your reading, and then we're going to use the tarot cards. Okay? The card has jumped out and it's landed on the ground, so I have to get it. Oh, the void. So you've gone through what you went through so that you could experience the void. Okay? The void. I'm going to move this over here so that you can see that. The void. Void. Okay? So your next question is, what on earth is the void? Right? I mean, yeah. So it's that empty space, that blank space, that space where you just are, okay? You just are. It's that nothing space, that pause in the motion is how I like to say it. So I'm just going to read what the book says about it because it's I'm being guided to, so I'm going to. The void can be deeply uncomfortable. It is nothing. It's an emptiness that penetrates all aspects of the self. We may feel blank. What we were once passionate about feels cold to us. We may not be able to see or sense anything about where we are going next. We may enter a void after all that we have known is not what we thought it was. It may feel like disbelief. It may feel like you don't have any faith. It may feel like you don't know what is real and what is not. This is the part we must surrender to. Okay, so you've gone through this void. That's what you've gone through. That's what I'm hearing. That's what we're to acknowledge. You were in the void when you went through whatever you went through. It's called the void, so you can have a name for it. And the point of doing it is so that you surrender. You surrender to that nothingness, that emptiness, that unknowingness, okay? So this is a time where you questioned everything you believed in, okay? All of your spiritual beliefs and everything you believed in, even the physical world, okay? Or you questioned your significance in the world. When you are in the void, you may have an instinct to try to fill that empty space, okay? So because we get uncomfortable in the void, we might miss some of the lessons. So because we're taught to constantly push forward and fill space, okay? And we're taught not to stand still and just be in the void. The void teaches us to be still and okay with uncertainty, okay? Trying to escape this space ensures we stay here or return sooner than we would like. You may have an instinct to try to fill the emptiness or to escape it, but remind yourself that the emptiness is a prayer. Okay. So some of you I know are going through this right now. You're not quite through it. That's what I'm hearing. Some of you have recently been through it, but you need to understand what it is so that you don't go back. I mean, it's okay to go back if you need to for your learning, but this is for your learning how to be, how to just be, how to be without knowing, without knowing, with that uncertainty, with that being the void. Going through the void is to open you to the unknown. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, now let's see what the tarot cards want to say. So that's why you went through this void in your life. Or if you're in the middle of it right now, or going through it right now, or if it's coming for you, know that being in the void is to teach you to be still and to be comfortable, to be okay with not knowing, okay? With not knowing what's coming next, with not knowing what, okay, it's just the top card, right? The first card that I saw, yeah. The card behind it isn't there. With not knowing, okay? With just not knowing what is coming next, or what you need to do next, or if you believe in anything or not. You know, it's that place, and you're there to surrender to all, okay? To all. And that was to bring you to this place of being the King of Cups who's in perfect flow, okay? So the purpose, the reason for the void, for that experience, is to get you to a place of surrendering to be in flow, okay? To be in flow, we accept all. We accept both sides of the coin. We accept the nothingness and the fullness, okay? We accept the emptiness and the fullness. We accept the not knowing and the knowing. We accept the lack and the abundance. We accept and allow the fear and the love, okay? So being in that void was so that you could come to a place of surrendering to all that quote-unquote negative that you felt in there. And it's negative. Negative is like the void. It's zero, right? Negative, nothing, empty. So negative isn't bad. It's just nothing, right? That's why we consider it the darkness, because we can't see anything in it. It's that dark, empty, blank space, right? The nothingness. So you've experienced that. You went there, you know, the nothingness. I don't believe in anything. I don't know anything. I don't feel anything. You went there so that you could surrender to that, so that you could accept that side of the coin, right? Because I talk about that all the time. You have to accept both sides of the coin so that you could become this King of Cups who is in perfect flow, who allows all, the negative and the positive, okay? The void and the, I can't think of an opposite word of the void right now, but the fullness, the person in me that likes to look up words wants to look up, but it'll come to me. But so that you can accept both the void and the fullness is all that's coming right now. Oh, the wholeness, the fullness, the fulfillment. Okay, it's something around that. But yeah. So the reason you went through this was so that you could become this King of Cups and be in flow. So if you haven't surrendered yet, surrender, okay? Surrender to it, because that's how you become this King of Cups and get into perfect flow. All right? And then this is the receiving deck, the blue deck, right? This is what they were giving you, the gold deck, the sun deck, the male, divine male, the giving energy. This is the receiving. This is what they were giving you this experience so you could become this King of Cups who's in perfect flow. And then look at this. This is the secrets of the universe revealed. That's what this cup says to me when I look at it, when it's in this position, when it's reversed. When it's like this, there's secrets still left to be revealed. When it's like this, the secrets are being revealed to you. So this is the being in flow and understanding that, you know, there is this in the physical world. I'm not so sure about the spiritual world. And I'm here, we're not to worry about that right now. But in the physical world, we live in this world of polarities. I don't think we do in the spiritual world. That's what I was going to say. But then I was like, maybe we do. I don't know. Right? But anyways, and I surrendered to not knowing. And that's what they said. We don't need to know right now. So surrender to not knowing. But in this physical world, we live in a world of polarities, right? Of the negative and the positive, right? However you want to describe that. And that's the secrets that is being revealed to you, how to accept all so that you can be in flow. okay? And that's the purpose. Is there another blue card? I just want to ask, is there another blue card? Because the first pile had 2 blue cards that came out together. No, okay, so that card was all they wanted to say with the blue deck. Okay, and now it's the gold deck again. So, yeah. So, to sum it up, the purpose of being in the void, experiencing the void, that nothingness that you've experienced, was to get you to surrender to being in perfect flow, and to surrender to receiving the secrets of the universe. That's what I hear. And this card tried to come out with the king earlier. And is it reversed? Is it reversed? Okay, let me ask. Is this card reversed? No, it's upright. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so yeah. This card is saying you have learned from this, or you will learn from it. That's why some of you were reversed, because it's coming. But I heard to put it upright. The pendulum said to put it upright, so we're going to put it upright. So you have learned from this void, okay? If you've been through it already, you've learned from it. If you're going through it now, you're learning from it. If it's coming, you will learn from it. And you've learned, okay? And look at all the hearts here. It's all about your emotional, spiritual growth. You have learned from whatever mistakes you've made in the past. This card represents mistakes, quote unquote, and you've moved forward from them, okay? So this was how you did it, by going through this void and learning how to be in perfect flow, how to receive and accept all, how to receive and accept all the secrets of the universe, how to receive and accept that all exists, and there's a ebb and flow between the negative and the positive, you know, so the void and the fulfillment, I guess, is how it's wanting to come today. I wish I had a better word for the opposite of the void, but so yeah, so this whole experience was for you to learn how to surrender to being in flow. Well, how to surrender first to being still, to being empty, to not knowing, you know, to not understanding, to not experiencing even, right? To be in that nothingness, so that you could surrender to that, so that you could accept and allow it, forgive it, trust it, all those things, believe in it, love it unconditionally, love the void unconditionally. And so that you could come to a place of complete flow, okay? And understanding of the secrets of the universe, which is all of this. And you've learned it. You've learned it, okay? If you've been through this, you've learned it. So allow it now. And surrender now to the fulfillment, is what I'm hearing. All right? That is my message for pile number 2. And now I'm going to move on to my pile number 3. All right, pile number 3. Let's see what your reading is. Oh, wow. It came out very quickly. the card that's going to set the stage. So, so the question is, you know, why did I have to go through this, or why did I go through this? And this card is the creator card. So this tells me that you went through it to become the creator that you are. Okay? So whatever you went through, I don't know what that is. You know what that is. The purpose of it was to become the creator that you are. All right? And I'm guided to read from the book a little bit. There's something in the book that you need to hear. So I'm going there. Bear with me. I don't know why I can't find it. I just looked up. Okay, the creator. 91. Yeah, that's what I thought I saw. Okay, so why can't I find page 91? There it is. Okay. So the creator finds us when we need to move the raw and pure energy in our body and allow it to physically manifest. To be with creation is to simply interpret that which is already within us. There are no rules for creation. Okay, that's what you needed to hear. There are no rules for creation. All right? So whatever you went through was to help you become the creator that you are, to understand the creator that you are, and to understand manifestation and creation, and to understand that there are no rules for it. Okay, we hear all this stuff, the laws of attraction and blah, 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 and it's all good. It's all good information. Even I tell you guys stuff like, this is how you create, this is how you manifest, this is how you do this, right? But what your experience has taught you and shown you is that, yeah, that's all information and it's all helpful. But at the end of the day, there are no rules, okay? There's no set steadfast rules. All right, so what this card is telling me is passion is what's needed to be the creator. Passion, okay? This card is all about passion. So when you're passionate about something, that's when you create it. When you're not passionate about it, it won't manifest. It won't come into existence. That's what I'm hearing with this. So I don't know what you went through. I don't know if it was something that reignited your passion. I don't know if you went through a period where you had no passion for anything. I'm not really sure. Maybe the next few cards will tell us. But what I do know is this card is saying there are no rules for creation. There's some guidelines, there's some information, there's some helpful information to help you become the creator you are that gets to you, that they've been giving you. But they want you to remember there's no rules, because I think we get caught up in I have to be like this, I have to do it this way, I have to do it that way, this is the way, the one and only way, the way this person told me to do it, the way that person told me to do it, the way this book told me to do it, the way that book told me to do it. There are no rules. You're unique. You are creating for yourself uniquely. So there's no rules around how you create and the creator you are and what you will create and how you will create. There's no rules. It keeps coming very clearly. So whatever experience you went through, it was for you to realize that there are no rules about how to create. There are no steadfast, written in stone rules, okay, that you have to follow. Passion is what you need to create. When you're passionate about something, you ignite this, it's the spark, right? It's the spark. You just need that spark. That's what I'm hearing. The spark that starts that fire. All right. All right, we can go on to the blue cards now. Creative spark. That's what's needed. That's what I hear. Creative spark. No rules. You don't need any of the other stuff that people tell you you need. It's all good. Don't worry about it. It's all like signposts, I guess. But ultimately, it's the creative spark that you create from. That we all create from. Okay, I hear cut. I feel like they tell me to cut the deck when they know it's going to take too long for them to get the card to pop out. All right. Oh, look at that. Is that the only card or is there another card? That's the only card. Oh, look at that. 22. Master Builder. Master Creator number. So you are the creator. All right. So this is about the spark of passion, right? The creative spark, the passion. That's what this card is talking about. This card is the High Priestess. It's also the Two of Pentacles, so partnership with the physical world, being in partnership with the physical world, being able to balance between the spiritual and the physical world, being able to balance and multitask here in the physical world, having your third eye open, having your intuition open to the divine feminine for receiving, because you need to be able to receive when you create, having this balanced energy, understanding the ebb and flow of life. All of that is in this card, okay? So the spark, the creative spark, the passion, and the wisdom of the divine feminine is what I'm seeing here. And the willingness to receive. That's what you create. That's what I'm hearing. So that's that partnership with the physical world. The willingness to receive what you create. And this is 22. Look at that. That's so cool how they make the cards come out. Okay, there is a gold card that wants to come out as well to sum it up, I guess. Okay, that's not them. There's too many. Okay, we're going to cut the cards to make sure we just get the one that they want us to get. That's what I'm hearing this time. Oh, look at that. The Magician. Wow. Yeah. I mean, I can't make these cards come out. So, yeah, this, whatever you went through, okay, was to was to help you understand the creator that you are, that there are no rules to how you create. There's lots of guidance out there, but you don't have to, I hear you don't even have to follow any of it. You are the creator you are. You are the magician you are. You are unique. You intuitively know and understand how to move energy. Okay, like this is the two and the king are both movement, right? This is the clubs. This is the wands. So it's about movement, moving energy. You know how to transmute, transform, and move energy. You are the magician. This is not just the king of wands. He's the magician as well. You know how to move energy. You know how to transmute energy. You know how to transform energy. You are the creator. You know you're creative. You're a magician. You're creative. You have this magic wand. It's yours to yield and use however you choose. There are no rules. All that is needed is that creative spark, the willingness to receive, and the willingness to be the magician. Okay, and this is perfectly balanced. Again, divine feminine, divine masculine energy. So you have an understanding of that, and you have a willingness. So yeah, this, whatever you've gone through in your life, whatever it was, I don't know what your experience was. It's not clear to me. The other two, the experiences became clear in the reading, the first two, but in this one, whatever it is, you might know. And it might just be your entire life. It might not be any big significant thing that you went through. It might just be your entire life. Yeah, it's to show you. You are the master creator. You are the magician, okay? There are no rules. You don't have to follow anybody else's rules. You have your way. You know, you intuitively know how to do this, okay? You're the high priestess and the magician combined, so you've got it going on. Like, don't worry about that. And you are the master creator. You have the creative spark. That all that's needed is that creative spark. So follow that creative spark. Whatever sparks your interest, whatever sparks your joy, whatever you become passionate about, you will create with passion. You know that when you have that passion, when you feel that spark in you, you know you can do it. You know you can create it. You know you can manifest it. And yeah. So that's that. That is your reading, pile number 3, and it's wonderful. I hope it helps in some way. You are the creator of your life, of your experience, of your everything, and you know it. And what everything you've been through has shown you that you are the master creator, you are the magician, you are the high priestess. You've got it all going on, and you know it. That's what I hear. Okay, go out and create something. All right, bye-bye.